Hi everybody, Kelly here from the Modern Day Tarot. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. All the information on how to book a reading with me is down below this video in the information section. All my other information for my social media pages are all down there below as well. All right, let's get started with your reading. Hey Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Welcome to your August 2019 monthly reading. All right, I've laid out 5 cards for you for this month's reading and 1 oracle card. And then I've added up all the cards, all these 5 cards, and reduced to a single number. All right, this is really interesting, Scorpio, because we have, look at this, 4 court cards. And court cards can be tricky. So whenever I'm doing a general reading, although yes, it can symbolize a person of these signs or energies, but because this is general, I tend to go deeper with these energies and go and talk about the energies within the card. And what I mean by that is, your main energy, we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords can represent an air sign, male or female. And the swords is just that, it's air energy. It's all about our thoughts, our ideas, it's how we communicate, it's, our mental explorations. That's what it is, it's air energy. Now, if you look at this person's face, okay, he looks pretty stern. He's holding very firmly his sword. This eagle's wingspan is spread out. He's very, very determined. So this month, Scorpio, and it doesn't surprise me at all that you're feeling this sense of mental clarity, that you know what it is that you're after, and you're going for it. And you're going to say it without tact because the beginning of this month, Sun, Venus, Mars, and Mercury are all in the sign of Leo, which is your 10th house of career and public standing. Okay, so for the first part of August, you're really going to be, getting clear about what you love in the way of a career. And even at a deeper level, for those of you that do know what your rising sign and moon sign is, and you can get a closer look at your natal chart, you can even get even more information based off that. But on a general level, these energies are really going to be showing you and helping you decide what it is that you want, where career and getting yourself out there in the public. And the reason I talk about that is because, once again, we have the Knight, and Knights in tarot they're all about action. So you are probably going to be saying a lot about what you want, but you might not be using the tact that you need to, because the Knight, he just says it. He just goes out there and he just says it. He doesn't think about it ahead of time because he doesn't care what other people think. He just knows what he knows, and he's very clear, and he's going to go after it and fight for it. Okay? The purpose for this energy is, here we have the King of Wands. Wands is fire energy. Yes, this can represent a male or female. Just because it's a king doesn't mean that it can't be a male or female, or I'm sorry, just a male. But it's fire energy, which is, it can be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius person. So for some of you, you may be dealing with a fire energy, male or female. But on a much deeper level, this is the purpose for why this energy is coming through. And the King of Wands, he's the entrepreneur, okay? He's the business owner. He has started as a Page of Wands, taken an inspiration and created something, mastered it, and now owns his own business and is running it, but now he's top dog. He is a social butterfly, so you'll see him or her out and about in the public. And what did I say? The Sun, Venus, Mars, and Mercury are in at the beginning of August. Yeah, your 10th house of career and public standing. So the purpose for getting clear and speaking is because you want to be recognized for what it is that you are doing, all that you have aspired and are trying to create for yourself. You want to be the King of Wands. For some of you, you may already be the King of Wands. For many of you, this is what you're trying to become. And you're trying to get clear on it, put action into it, because we have Mars in that house, and Wands are action. It's fire energy. It's getting revved up and going after what inspires us and creating something and mastering it, because that's what a king is. He has mastered what he's created and built for himself. And if you look at the look. He's very calm, but he has a very determined look on his face, and he's very confident. This is a confident energy too, but it can be, I don't want to say necessarily abrasive, but more, not quite as tactful compared to, in fact, let me just be honest. The Knight of Swords is nowhere near as tactful as the King of Wands, because he's used to having board meetings and getting together with other business leaders or leaders in whatever field it is that he, oversees. So he is used to communicating and talking tactfully. In fact, he can be a charmer and win people over to his side of thinking because of not only how tactful he can be, but just how smooth and charming he can be. And this is the purpose for why you're feeling this way. So you have a portion here where, okay, I know what I want and I'm ready to fight for it. But there's a few more steps that you have to take here, Scorpio. How to work with this energy and the purpose behind this energy. It's interesting. We go from the King of Wands to the Queen of Wands. Now you put the King and Queen together and you've got yourself quite a pair. That is very much a social climbers. They're very out there in the public. All right, you'll see them all over the place. Well, this is how you're going to work with this energy right here. All right. This is the social butterfly. This is a woman or male that knows how to attract people to them and is very determined. So if you're looking to become this and to kind of temper down this energy, you want to become the Queen of Wands. And she just knows how to charm people, and she knows how to talk to people. She knows how to make other people feel good, and she knows how to get her own way because she is very independent. She's very determined. She's a hard worker. She's very ethical, but she loves to be social. And because this is Wands, this is fire energy, she inspires others to do the same thing. The King, he's not necessarily so worried about inspiring others as he is with just overseeing and talking with others that are on his same level. Where, I mean, if you think about it, a social power couple, isn't that, like if it's a husband and wife team, isn't that kind of like what the wife would do? She kind of maneuvers things behind the scenes. And that's been going on since the King and Queen times. Well, that's how you need to work with this energy this month. is you don't need to be tactless or very, too sharp-tongued to say what it is that you need to say about what it is that you're going for, what it is that you want for yourself this month, Scorpio. You can say it with confidence and determination, but with tact, okay? Now, as we go further into your reading here, what do you need to let go of? What's blocking you this month? Here we have the Four of Swords, more swords energy. And it's funny, it's interesting that it's right below the Knight of Swords. And the Four of Swords is mental exhaustion. All right, it can be a time of feeling ill or a time of rest. You may have been running yourself ragged for some of you. For others of you, it could be the other way around, where you've been taking too much time off and not putting enough energy into what it is you're trying to create. It's not enough to just want the King of Wands energy. It's not enough just to have the passion and the drive. You have to put the work into it. You have to put the action into it, because that's fire energy. It's not just passion and creativity, it's action. All right? This is mental action and saying what it is that you want, but you have to be willing to make it happen. So for some of you, you either are not going about it the right way and are wearing yourself down, or you're not doing enough and you're taking too much time mentally to just, relax, or just kind of take, I don't want to say the lazy way out, but for some of you that may be the case. And this is what's blocking you. So, and it's going to resonate different for each of you. And you'll know which one it is for you. How much time and energy you've been putting into something that you really want. And then how to unblock this energy. If you've been stressing yourself out too much mentally, it's time to get grounded. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles, or Queen of Coins, another queen right below the Queen of Wands. She's all about action and getting out there and mingling. She's the social butterfly. She's determined. This is a queen also, but this is Queen of Pentacles, which is all about your money, your finances. It's getting clear about what it is that you want financially, but also it's not just money and finances, it's how we feel, within ourselves, our stability and security, how we ground ourselves. And the Queen of Pentacles, she's the nurturer. She looks out not only for herself, but she looks out for those around her. And she looks at what is important. She's very dependable. She's very structured. She's a great business person when it comes to money. She knows how to manage money, and she knows how to take care of herself as well as those that she loves and cherishes. All right, where the Queen of Wands, she's out there to show what she has to the world. All right, so this is how you want to work. You want to show people what you're made of without being too abrasive, but you still need to be clear about what you want. And if you're not putting the right amount of energy, whether it's too much or not enough, you need to get grounded and start looking at your finances and thinking about who do you take care of around you as well as yourself. Because Chiron is in the sign of Aries and it's retrograde, and it will be retrograde all the way through December, and that's in your 6th house of service to others and your health. How interesting is that, Scorpio? So many of you are already feeling that struggle, and number 6 is all about give and take. It's nurturing others as well as we nurture ourselves. That's what's going on right here. How much are we putting out? How much are we keeping for ourselves? And getting grounded and balancing that. You guys are feeling that and have been feeling it. And with the beginning of the month, like I said, being all about, career and public standing on some level, you're going to be really putting, thought and action and energy and what it is that you love the first part of the month. And then the second part of the month, those same planets go into your 9th house of mental explorations. It's, higher learning. It's thoughts and ideas. What do you want to, learn and invent on a, what are you thinking that you want to do for yourself? It's also a time for traveling and meeting and communicating with new people. Hello, what did I just say? Socializing. So for many of you, you will have the opportunity to travel and socialize and talk with others. But when everything's said and done, it's these two queens here. It's these two energies that you need to work with to keep the rest of this in balance and to get rid of this, whether it's a sense of taking too much time off or you have been running yourself ragged and you're exhausted. So whether you're exhausted or you're lazy, either way, you need to bring forward these two energies. Stay grounded, look at your money. How do you need to take care of yourself versus taking care of others? At the same time, being social and putting the action and energy into what it is that you're trying to create for yourself. And being dependable. This is very dependable energy. If I was going to hire people for a job, it would be these two. Right there. I could depend on these two. Very much so. When I add up all these cards and reduce it to a single number, I get the number 8. The number 8 is all about strength. It's also about entrepreneurship. Turn it on its side, it's divinity. What goes around comes around. So if you're putting too much into something, you're going to be exhausted. It's going to come back to bite you. If you're being lazy, that too is going to come back to bite you. And the number 6, once again, is all about balance, nurturing. I pulled an oracle card for you. Knowledge. Let's get a closer look at knowledge. Knowledge is power, and you are in a perfect position to gain greater clarity at this time. Your hard work is paying off, and everything you have learned about life has brought you to this moment in time. Your knowledge, logical choices, and intentions are aligned with divine will. Your intellect is keen, and your mind is clear. You know what you have to do. Right now, the world is making sense. You don't have to question or debate it. You can take things at face value. If you think it adds up, that's because it does. Have courage. Your most precious dreams are within reach. Wow, Scorpio, that's pretty interesting. So, how does this all resonate for you, Scorpio? It's going to be different for each and every one of you. But if you would like to have a personal reading with me where we can get even deeper into what's going on with you, all my information is down below. All the information about my Facebook, my Instagram, and my YouTube, all that is right there. Information about the cards that I use, everything is all down there. So I hope you have a wonderful month of August, Scorpio. Take care and God bless.